Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
How do you want to go? I can transfer it or I can upload it in Google Drive, whatever.
Whatever is suitable for you. If it is an iPhone, I can take in AirDrop.
It is not icon to Android.
So you can share with me.
Okay.
You can share it.
At Android, no?
Yeah, Android share.
Okay, I'll share it. Okay.
While before going,
Yes.
Hare Krishna. You start?
Yes, Maharaj.
It is being recorded?
Yes, Prabhu.
Recording started?
Yes. Maharaj, yes.
will sing Jai Radha Madhava. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari.
Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari.
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 Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana.
Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana.
Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana.
Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana.
Yamuna Tira Vanachari.
Yamuna Tira Vanachari.
Yamuna Tira Vanachari.
Yamuna Tira Vanachari.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari.
Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari.
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 Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana.
Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana.
Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana.
Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana.
Jamuna Tira Vanachari.
Yamuna Tira Vanachari.
Jamuna Tira Vanachari.
Yamuna Tira Vanachari.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari.
Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari.
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 Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana.
Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana.
Yashodanandana Braja वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव जय राधा माधव राधा माधव जय राधा माधव जय राधा माधव राधा माधव राधे जय राधा श्याम सुंदर राधा श्याम सुंदर राधे जय कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम जय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजक आचार्य अष्टोत्तर शतशिष्य श्रीमद् चरण अरविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की ISKCON Baby Founder Acharya Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajak Acharya Ashtottara Shatashi Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Srila Prabhupada ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Shri Radha Madhava ki Shri Radha Shyam Sundar ki Krishna Balaram ki Janmashtami Mahamahotsav ki Shri Vrindavan Dham ki Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki Pavitra Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai Gaur Premanande all Vishnudas and devotees, all Vishnudas and devotees, all Vishnudas and devotees, all glories, all glories, all wishes to Guru and Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Om Jnana-timirandhasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayyam Dadati Sapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Nita Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavansya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Padijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namini Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Vishwakarine Vancha Kalpatarubhascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patita पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्नाय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरतिष्ये नमः। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी विश्वभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। मुखं कटिवाचलं पंगुलंघायते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनकारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरम्। Hare Krishna. So welcome everyone for this weekdays evening gathering. So within few days we are going to celebrate the Janmashtami festival. So we will try to prepare ourselves. It's called Janmashtami consciousness, so that we can welcome the Lord properly. So thank you for coming. Very happy to be here with all of you. So Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God, Swami Bhagavan. It is explained in Srimad Bhagavatam. Ete changsha kalapungsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Sa. And Prabhupada has translated Swami Bhagavan as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is the God of all gods. He is the source of everything, including gods. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, he appears in every yuga. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha duskritam dharma sanasthapanarthaya sambhavami. Every yuga means 4 yugas: Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga and Kali Yuga. But Krishna does not appear in every yuga. Krishna is Swami Bhagavan. He appears only once in a day of Brahma. When Krishna talks about that he appears in every yuga, he talks about Yuga Avatar. So Yuga Avatar appears in every yuga to establish Yuga Dharma. And how he establishes Yuga Dharma? By protecting the devotees and by annihilating the miscreants. Yuga Dharma for Satya Yuga is meditation. Yuga Dharma for Treta Yuga is fire sacrifice. Yuga Dharma for Dwapar Yuga is deity worship. And Yuga Dharma for Kali Yuga is Harinam Sankirtan. Harinam Sankirtan means chanting of the holy name. And the holy name is Hare Krishna Mahamantra. One is Japa, then Kirtan, then Sankirtan. Japa means personal chanting, which is audible to our ears. Then loud chanting of the holy name is known as Kirtan, and loud chanting along with many devotees, that is known as Sankirtan. So Yuga Dharma in this age of Kali is Harinam Sankirtan. Japa is important, Kirtan is also important, but the Yuga Dharma is Harinam Sankirtan. So when Krishna talks about, he appears in every Yuga, he talks about Yuga Avatar. But Krishna is not Yuga Avatar. He is the source of Yuga Avatar. He is not only the source of Yuga Avatar, he is the source of all avatars. There are unlimited number of incarnations in this material world. And these are divided into 6 categories, and one of them is Yuga Avatar. Another category is Leela Avatar. Then we have Guna Avatar, Purusha Avatar, then Shaktavesh Avatar, Manvantar Avatar. So 6 varieties of incarnations. And Krishna is the source or fountainhead of all these incarnations. But he comes only once in a day of Brahma. And one day of Brahma means 1000 Chaturjugas. Satta, Trita, Dapar, Kali, they rotate in a cycle, and when it rotates for 1000 times, that is called 12 hours of Brahma. And Krishna comes only once in a day of Brahma. One day of Brahma is also ruled over by 14 Manus. Krishna comes during the period of 7th Manu, which is going on now. And he comes at the end of 28th Chaturjuga. He comes during 28th Chaturjuga, at the end of Dwapar Yuga. And that happened during this Chaturjuga. So we are very fortunate that the Supreme Personality of Godhead appeared very recently, 5,000 years ago, in Vrindavan, in Mathura Vrindavan Dham, in India. So Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is known as Leela Purushottam. Lord Ramchandra is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is known as Marayada Purushottam. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is known as Prem Purushottam. So why Ramchandra is Marayada Purushottam? Because he follows the rules and regulations very strictly. He is ideal. Whatever role he plays it very ideally. He is ideal king, ideal husband, ideal father, ideal son. Everything is ideal. That's why it is very easy for us to understand Lord Ram as God. But Krishna is not Marjada Purushottam, he is Leela Purushottam. Why is Leela Purushottam? Because he breaks all the rules and regulations. He does not follow any rules and regulations. Why? Because he follows only one rule. He has only one regulative principle. We follow 4. So he follows only one. What is that regulative principle? To please the devotees. He does the activity to please the devotees. That's why his activities are known as Leela. That's why he is known as Leela Purushottam. So to understand Krishna as God is very, very difficult. We have a lot of doubts about his activities. That's why we have to take shelter of the pure devotees, the previous acharyas, who have understood Krishna properly. And when we follow in their footsteps, then we can also understand him properly. Lot of doubts we have about Krishna. Why? Because his activities are like that. So the doubts of all of us are revealed by Krishna himself. In 10th canto, while he was talking to Rukmini Devi. He was talking to Rukmini Devi that why you chose me as your husband. Shishupal was a better choice. But somehow he did not choose Shishupal. You chose me. And you did not check my track record properly. First is, my birth is not so clear. Who is my parents? Some say Vasudev Devaki are my parents. Some say Jasodananda Maharaj is my parents. So birth is also controversial. Then I had relationship with many girls in Vrindavan. I did not marry any of them. What a track record I have. Then why you believe me and accepted me as your husband? So in that way, the doubts of the conditioned souls are very wonderfully expressed by Krishna to Rukmini Devi. And Rukmini Devi very wonderfully clears all these doubts. It's there, very wonderfully explained in 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. So why I am quoting all this? Because it's very, very important to understand Krishna. Krishna is not God. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But in Vrindavan, he is only cowherd boy. He is not Bhagavan. If you want to search Bhagavan, Vrindavan is not the place. It's another point. Gauriya Vaishnavas, they accept Krishna in Vrindavan. Very exclusive. Aradha Bhagavan Brajasa Tanaya Tadhama Vrindavanam Brahma Kachit Upasana Brajavadhu Vargana Jakalpita Srimad Bhagavatam Pramanam Amalam Prema Pumartha Mahan Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Matamidam Tatrada Naparaha. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teachings are very clear and topmost. So who is our worshipable Lord? Krishna. Aradha Bhagavan Brajasatana. Which Krishna? Brajasatana. Who is Brajananandan Krishna. And what is his abode? Vrindavan. And what is the topmost worship? The way gopis worship Krishna is the topmost worship. And what is the proof? Srimad Bhagavatam is the proof. And what is the goal of our life? Prema Pumartha Mahan. Love of Godhead is the goal of Gauriya Vaishnavas. So these are the essence of teachings of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So when we talk about Krishna for the Gauriya Vaishnavas, we talk about Krishna in Vrindavan. Krishna is complete. Krishna is complete in Dwarka, more complete in Mathura, most complete in Vrindavan. In Vrindavan also, Krishna is complete with the Sakhas, more complete with the parents, most complete with the Gopis. So in that way, there are different levels of understanding according to the intensity of love of the devotees. So Vrindavan is Madhurya Dham. Dwarka is Aishwarya Dham. And Mathura is mixed. So that's why Vrindavan is the topmost place. Why? Because this is the very sweet place. What kind of sweetness? Sweetness of rasmalai. Or sweetness of sugar candy. What kind of sweetness? When you talk about sweetness, this sweetness is transcendental sweetness. And what does that mean? Intimacy of relationship between Krishna and his devotees in Vrindavan. You cannot be very friendly or very intimate with great persons because there will be awe and reverence. But in Vrindavan, there is no awe and reverence. They love Krishna because Krishna is so lovely. They don't love Krishna because he is God. But out of Vrindavan, people love Krishna because Krishna is God. But in Vrindavan, Brajavasis love Krishna. Why? Because Krishna is lovely. So that is the difference between Vrindavan and any other place in the creation. So God must have 6 opulences, right? In full. That is the definition of God. Aishwarjasya samagrasya virjasya jasahasya jnana vairagasya iva sangnang bhaga itinganam. Parashar Muni, the father of Vyasadeva, has defined God. Because in Kali Yuga, a lot of misunderstandings are there about God. Who is God? Right? One category of people, they say there is no God. There's another category of people, they say everybody is God. There's some category of people, light is God, God is light. So all these concepts are there. So therefore, in order to understand something, we have to have the understanding of the definition of that subject. That's why Parashar Muni has wonderfully defined God. So God must have 6 opulences. What are the 6 opulences? Wealth, power, fame, beauty, knowledge, and renunciation. When these 6 opulences are there in full in some person, he is God. So why Krishna is God? Because Krishna exhibited all these 6 opulences in full. That's why he is accepted as God. But some people say, oh, why is God? Because he is playing flutes. He's not God because he plays. So many people play flutes. Some people say, oh, he is God, why he is black? So many black people are there in this world. Once Prabhupada was there in Africa, and he told Krishna is God, and Krishna's color is black. African devotees are very happy to hear that message. Then Prabhupada said, Krishna is black, but not black like you. Because Krishna's color is transcendental. Black in this world absorbs lights. But Krishna radiates light, Brahmajyoti. So, we cannot understand Krishna from our material point of view. But Acharyas give some idea. Shastra talks something so that we can relate to him. But why Krishna is God? Because he has 6 opulences in full. But when you talk about Krishna and Vrindavan, you don't talk about these opulences. These are not so important for the devotees of Vrindavan. These are important out of Vrindavan. So when you enter into Vrindavan, this concept of awe and reverence, opulences, Almighty God, that has to be given up. But that cannot be given up artificially. That has to be given up by developing pure love for Krishna in Vrindavan. In Vrindavan, Krishna is very sweet. And that will be the subject matter today. So it is said that living entities can have 50 qualities. Not in completeness, but in minute quantity. Lord Shiva can have 55 qualities, Vishnu can have 60 qualities, but Krishna has 64 qualities. These 4 qualities are there in Krishna in Vrindavan. So what are these 6 qualities? These are related to the sweetness of Krishna. 4 kinds of sweetnesses. First is Rupa Madhuri, second is Leela Madhuri, third is Venu Madhuri, and fourth is Prema Madhuri. So these are the 4 sweetnesses of Krishna. And we will try to understand. Rupa Goswami wonderfully explains in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. So Krishna Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. Krishna is very sweet. So first sweetness is, he is very beautiful. Rupa Madhuri. How beautiful Krishna is, very difficult to understand. I can speak without mic also. Right?
It's audible.
It's audible.
Yeah, it's audible.
So beauty is very attractive. There are different levels of beauty. The beauty of this world, we have some experience, right? The most beautiful person is given the title Miss Universe, Miss World. Very, very beautiful. But above this Bhuloka is Sargaloka. The damsels or apsaras of Sargaloka are much more beautiful than the beautiful persons of this earthly planet. Then above Sargaloka is Vaikuntha Loka. The goddesses of fortune, the Lakshmis, they are much more beautiful than the apsaras of Sargaloka. Then there are queens of Dwarka. The queens of Dwarka, they are more beautiful than the Lakshmis of Vaikuntha planet. And gopis of Vrindavan, they are more beautiful than queens of Dwarka. There are so many gopis, right? How many gopis? In the spiritual world, unlimited. Our acharyas are explaining in Maharas Leela, Krishna danced with 3 billion gopis, 300 crores of gopis. But out of those gopis, 108 gopis are the principal gopis, most beautiful. Out of these 108, 8 gopis are most beautiful. There are 2 groups, 2 parties of gopis in Golok Vrindavan. One is leftist, other one is rightist. Parties are also there in the spiritual world. One party is led by Radharani, another party is led by Chandravali. Chandravali is the leader of rightist gopis and Radharani is the leader of leftist gopis. Why they are different? Because of the mood. What is the mood of the rightist gopis? Rightist gopis, they think we belong to Krishna. We are Krishna's. But what is the mood of leftist gopis? They think Krishna is ours. More possessiveness. And Krishna is more inclined to the leftist side. So out of these 8 gopis, 4 from Radharani's side, 4 from Chandravali's side. So out of these 8, 2 are most beautiful, Radharani and Chandravali. And out of these 2, who is most beautiful? Srimati Radharani. So one day, one gopi came and told Srimati Radharani that I saw the beautiful form of Krishna. So Radharani told her, you are very fortunate. I don't have that fortune. I cannot have that fortune. And gopis asked why? She said that whenever, Radharani said that whenever I see a particular limb of Krishna, I cannot move my eyes from that limb. So Krishna is so beautiful. So to talk about Radharani getting attracted to Krishna, even Krishna himself is attracted by himself, by his own beauty. One day, Krishna saw a beautiful boy, and he was running towards that boy, wanted to embrace him. And after some time, he realized that is his own reflection. Then Lord Krishna started thinking that I am so beautiful, but I don't understand. I cannot experience that beauty. So why to become God? So he decided to become a devotee of God. When he decided to be a devotee of God, to experience his own beauty, Krishna became Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So that is the position. So Krishna is very, very beautiful. What's going on?
Some static
Can I get some water? Mic is not working, give it up.
Sorry.
Santi. So Krishna is very beautiful. That is the understanding we try to understand. So that is the first aspect. Krishna is very beautiful. You agree? You understood? You cannot understand. Nobody can understand. Because Krishna's beauty is unlimited. And it is ever increasing. Whenever Radharani looks at Krishna, Krishna's beauty increases. When Krishna looks at Radharani, Radharani's beauty increases. And that has been going on since time immemorial. But the beauty of this world has two flaws. It is limited and it is diminished. As time progresses, beauty diminishes. Old people, right? They want to be beautiful, but they cannot maintain the beauty because of the old age. Once an old age teacher, lady teacher, was teaching grammar in the classroom. So she asked a question to the students that, I am beautiful, which tense is this? One student stood up and told, ma'am, it is past tense. So for the old people, beauty is past tense. Because in this world, everything is temporary, including the beauty. Why? Because time takes away everything, including beauty. And there is no present in this world. In this world, we say there are past tense, present tense, and future tense. But there is no present tense in this world. Present tense is like a fraction of a moment which transforms the future into past. So beauty is also like that. It becomes past tense. But Krishna's beauty is ever present, ever inclusive, unlimited. That's why Radharani is not complaining. Same boy. In this world, we get fed up, no? With some relationship for some time, after some time. Why? Because there is no variety. Variety is very limited in this world. That's why people become bored. But in the spiritual world, that does not exist. Krishna has unlimited beauty and it is ever increasing. That is the spiritual feature. It's very difficult for us to understand because unless we come to the platform of spirituality, means transcendental platform, we cannot understand this. But at least we should know as a sadhaka that beauty in the spiritual world is unlimited and it is ever increasing. Okay? That is called which Madhuri?
Rupa
Rupa
Madhuri.
Then second one is Leela Madhuri. Krishna's pastimes are also very sweet. Why it is sweet? Because there is no awe and reverence in that relationship. They serve Krishna as Krishna, not as God. So primarily there are three rasas. There are 5 rasas in Vrindavan, but primarily Sakhya, Vatsalya and Madhurya. These are 3 very prominent rasas in Vrindavan. And these pastimes are very, very sweet in those 3 relationships. The Sakhas, they think Krishna and them are equal. Equality. In Dasya, Krishna is greater. We are subordinate. That is Dasya Bhav. But in friendship in Vrindavan, they don't think Krishna is God. They think Krishna is friend. There are varieties of friends in Vrindavan. 4 varieties of friends are mentioned by Rupa Goswami in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. So one category is Priya Narma Sakha. Priya Narma Sakha means they are most intimate friends of Krishna. And their desire is to unite Radha and Krishna. They are full access in Madhurya eras also. So they are very, very intimate friends of Krishna in Vrindavan. Then Vatsalya. So Vatsalya is there in Mathura, Vatsalya is also there in Vrindavan. Mother Devaki, she knows Krishna is her son. At the same time, Devaki knows Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God. But Mother Jasoda cannot think in dream also that Krishna can be God. So once Mother Jasoda was talking to her friend, explaining why Krishna was protected from the attack of Putana and other demons. We discussed now, Krishna killed them. Mother Jasoda cannot believe that Krishna could kill the demons. So what's her argument? She says, because myself and Nanda Maharaj worship Vishnu so wonderfully. So Vishnu is so pleased with us, that's why Vishnu protected Krishna from all these attacks. Then Arjun trees were during the Damodar Leela, the Arjuna trees were uprooted. But what is Mother Jasoda's argument? Tornado came. That's why the trees were uprooted. Who lifted Govardhan hill? For us, Krishna. For Mother Jasoda, Nanda Maharaj. So Nanda Maharaj is very powerful. He got the mercy of Vishnu. That's why Nanda Maharaj could lift the Govardhan hill. This is the understanding of Mother Jasoda. That's why in parental mood, there are 9 topmost devotees whose names are mentioned by Rupa Goswami in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. So number 1 is who? Mother Jasoda. Number 1. Who is number 2? Nanda Maharaj. Who is number 3? Rohini. Who is number 4? Other elderly gopis of Vrindavan. 5th? Devaki. 6th? Other wives of Vasudev. Then 7th? Kunti Maharani. 8th? Vasudev. 9th? Sandipani Muni. So these are the 9 topmost devotees in Vatsalya. And out of this 9, 4 are from Vrindavan. And topmost is Mother Jasoda in Vrindavan. Devaki is number 5. Mother Jasoda is number one. Why? Intensity of love. Very, very intense. That's why Vrindavan is topmost. Very sweet. So other day I was discussing the pastime, Krishna Balaram, how they feel in front of Mata Jasoda. Today I will tell another sweet pastime. So Krishna is famous to steal butter. Right? Why he steals butter? The scarcity of butter. Generally people steal out of scarcity or out of nature. Krishna loves to steal. Why he loves to steal? The food stolen is very tasty. And food is easily available is not so tasty. So home food is not so tasty, right? Same food you'll enjoy in the restaurant, right? But in home, oh, same food again and again, again and again. They don't like. So Krishna also feels like that. Abundance of butter in the house of Nanda Maharaj. 900,000 cows. There will be scarcity of butter. And there is some special butter prepared by Mother Jasoda only. Because Mother Jasoda thinks, because there is no taste in butter made by maid servant, so I will personally make. That's why she makes special butter. Even after that, Krishna goes and steals butter. Complain after complain. But Mother Jasoda says, you are giving complaint, but there is no evidence. Right? If there is no evidence, how can I punish him? Give some evidence. So one day, Krishna and the coward boys went to steal in some gopi's house, and Krishna was caught, red-handed. Then Krishna was brought to the house of Mother Jasoda. Proof is there. And when that gopi entered into the house of Mother Jasoda, he said, Mother Jasoda, you always tell, where is the proof? Today, I have caught him, red-handed. This is the proof. Then Mother Jasoda was looking at that boy. Then that lady, that gopi, saw that Krishna is coming out from his room in Mother Jasoda's house. So she was a little surprised. So she was confused and looked at the boy and saw that that's her son. And Krishna was smiling, and she was very embarrassed. Mother Jasoda was also laughing. Then she went out of the house because mission failed. Then when she went out, after some time she looked at that boy and saw, he's Krishna. And Krishna was smiling, and he told her that I told you so many times, don't complain to my mother. This time I become your son, but if you continue to complain like that, next time I'll become your husband. Don't make a complaint. So this is the way Krishna enjoys in Vrindavan with the elderly gopis. Vasalya. So topmost pastime in Vasalya is Damodar Leela, which is explained very elaborately by Sukadeva Goswami in 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Then Madhurya Leela. Madhurya Leela means conjugal love. So in conjugal mellow, the relationship is topmost. Because Krishna has nothing to hide. Everything is given to the gopis. It is said that when Krishna grows little, when she is little, what I can say, from childhood to boyhood, then it comes to the Kaishara age. That time, if Mother Jasoda wants to bathe him, then Krishna becomes a little uncomfortable. When the son is grown up, the relationship between mother and the son become little not so intimate. But that intimacy is complete with the gopis. That's why Krishna is very, very, what I can say, that love of the gopis is the super complete love. because there is nothing kept within. Krishna is fully given to the gopis. That's why Madhurya Ras is the topmost. So these are the leelas in different rasas, and these pastimes are very, very sweet. So this is called Leela Madhuri. Then Benu Madhuri. So Benu means flute. There are varieties of flutes, primarily three: Benu, then Murali, then Bangsi. Different sizes, different number of holes, different tones. One particular tone is for Srimati Radharani, other tones are for the gopis, there are specific tones for the calves and cows. So different tones are there, and through flute, Krishna is managing whole Vrindavan. Beautiful management system. So flute is very, very sweet. When Krishna blows the flute, plays the flute, the gopis cannot resist themselves. They don't care anything. Whatever situation they have, they'll run towards Krishna. So it's like a maddening experience. So when Krishna plays the flute, devotees become mad. Even the cows, calves, they become mad in ecstasy. So the inert devotees, they become living entities. The Jamuna river flows opposite direction. This is the power of Krishna's flute. Very, very sweet. So through the transcendental sound vibration of the flute, Krishna is enjoying rasa in Vrindavan. And that is called Benu Madhuri. Then last one is Prema Madhuri. Prema Madhuri means he is surrounded by sweet devotees. Krishna is not alone. But in material world, we like to be alone, only with the Lord. But in Vrindavan, that is not available. If you want to be with the Lord, you have to be with the devotees. And number is very high. When Krishna is dancing with the gopis, how many gopis? 3 billion gopis. When he is herding the calves, how many calves? 1 followed by 17 zeros. Unlimited number of calves. How many cowherd boys? Countless number of cowherd boys. Everything is many. That's why it is explained in Brahma Samhita. Chinta mani prakara satma sukalpa vriksha laksha vriteshu suravir avipalayantam lakshmi sahasra satasambhrama sevyamanam govindam adi purusham tamaham bhajami. So in this verse, Brahma is explaining there are how many Lakshmis? Sata Sahasra, millions. And they are in the line. In order to serve the lotus feet of Krishna, you have to practice to stand in line. That is austerity. In our society, ISKCON, whatever you do, there is line. Charanamrita, in the temple, line. Right? Taking the mercy of the Lord in the form of Lord Nrsingadev's Charan, line. Prachar, line. Festival day Prachar, longer line. Entering the temple, big temples, line. Janmashtami in big temples in India, lakhs of people are in line. Why? Because there is a system. So standing in the line, waiting is the symptom of humility. That's why in order to enter into Vrindavan, we have to be humble. Humility is very, very important. Unless we are humble, and humble means taking shelter of the devotees of Vrindavan. When we become the servant of the servant of the servant of the servant of Krishna in Vrindavan, then we will be eligible to enter into Vrindavan and serve his lotus feet. So point to be noted here that Krishna is surrounded by many devotees. Many. In Brahma Viman Leela, The cowherd boys, they have picnic every day. That day also they are having picnic. And Krishna was in the center. So Krishna consciousness means keeping Krishna in the center. Keeping Krishna in the center means it's not a geographical location. Some people say, oh, I have kept Krishna in the center of my house. We measure the house and in the center I made the altar and I have kept Krishna. This is not the meaning. Krishna being the center means we do all the activities for the pleasure of Krishna. All the activities at our home, all the activities in our lives should be for the pleasure of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is the meaning that Krishna is the center of our lives. For the Brajavasis, Krishna is the center. Why? Because the whole existence of the Brajavasis is to please Krishna. That is their life. So Gopas are also enjoying. They enjoy every day. Picnic is daily feature of their lives. And lot of preparations they carry. And also lunchtime, Nanda Maharaj also gives some transportation to the lunch site. Daily transport. Okay. And Krishna is in the center and all the devotees, all the cowherd boys are in a circle. But everybody is thinking that Krishna is looking at me. How it's possible? So our acharyas are explaining, Krishna can see through any of his senses. So Krishna has eyes all over. So he can see everyone. That is the inconceivable potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. For us, it's very difficult. And he's not only looking at him, he's interacting with each and every cowherd boy. Krishna has unlimited number of cowherd boys, boyfriends, but he can interact with them personally. That is the inconceivable potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is Vrindavan. Krishna is personal to each and every devotee of Vrindavan. Although number is unlimited, but he has personal relationship with each and every one of them. So Vrindavan means personal relationship. So in order to experience Vrindavan, we have to develop relationship with Krishna and his devotees. So Krishna is the center. That is very, very important part of our life. That's why Mahaprabhu wanted us that our homes should become Vrindavan. Then we can experience Vrindavan in our lives. And to make our home Vrindavan, we have to make our mind Vrindavan. Mahaprabhu is expressing to Lord Jagannath in Jagannath Puri Dham during Ratha Yatra. He is telling, Onner Hiday Mon, Mor Mon Vrindavan. So Mahaprabhu is telling that my mind is Vrindavan. So when mind is 24 hours absorbed in the thoughts of Vrindavan, that mind becomes Vrindavan. So in order to experience Vrindavan Dham, in order to enter into Vrindavan Dham, in order to be part of Vrindavan pastime, we have to make our mind Vrindavan. And how we can make our mind Vrindavan? We have to hear about Vrindavan. Sravanam. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada used to say, try to experience Vrindavan through your ears because you are a sadhaka. You have not attained perfection. For a sadhaka, the process is hearing. More you hear, more you develop love for Vrindavan. Rukmini Devi developed love for Krishna and wanted him to be her husband only by hearing from the saintly people. So you can also develop that kind of love. What Rukmini Devi developed, what is the process? Hearing from the sadhus, hearing from the realized souls. Then what will happen? Our heart will be cleansed, all our anarthas will be gone from our heart, and we can experience Vrindavan. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna Chandra Bhagavan ki, Vrindavan Dham ki, Shobhita Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande. You can ask some question. For question answer, we'll stop the recording.